Hey everyone, let's dive into something that's absolutely blown up in the marketing world. Generative AI.
Yeah, and we're way past the hype now. This is serious stuff. I mean, we're looking at a potential multi-trillion-dollar impact on the global economy, and marketing is right in the middle of it all.
Trillions, and I mean trillions with a T. McKinsey predicted it, and honestly, it's not really a surprise. When you think about it, marketing is about knowing us, the consumers, and connecting with us. And Gen AI, it's like giving marketers this whole set of superpowers to do just that. But let's be real, we're tired of the vague promises and all the buzzwords. We want the real deal, actionable insights. That's why we're doing a deep dive today into this Medium article by Nishith Srivastava.
Oh, yeah, Srivastava really nailed it with this one. I mean, he breaks down exactly how generative AI is totally changing the customer experience, the whole thing.
Let's jump right in. First up, data and analytics. It's like the foundation of all marketing these days, right?
Yeah.
But it also feels like trying to, I don't know, drink from a fire hose with how much data there is.
It's overwhelming. That's where Gen AI steps in. It's like strapping a turbocharger onto traditional data analytics. Take predictive analytics, for example. Gen AI doesn't just look at the data you have, it uncovers these hidden patterns, and then, get this, it predicts future behavior crazy accurately.
So instead of just seeing, I don't know, what I bought last week, Gen AI can actually predict what I'll want next week.
That's the idea. Picture this, you're a coffee person. Let's say every 2 weeks, like clockwork, you grab a new bag of coffee. Gen AI picks up on that. But then it goes deeper. It sees how often you're checking out coffee websites. Maybe you post about your favorite blends on social media. It all gets factored in. And bam, it predicts exactly when you're about to run out of coffee and sends you a personalized offer, timed perfectly. No more random ads, just what you want, right when you need it.
That's like a seriously smart coffee machine. Or, I guess, a really smart AI using data about my coffee habits. That actually makes a lot of sense. It makes those personalized ad things way less creepy.
It's not about being creepy. It's about anticipating your needs before you even know you need it.
So it's not just about what we're doing, but also how we feel. What's the deal with this whole sentiment analysis thing?
Sentiment analysis is where Gen AI really shows off its emotional intelligence, right? It goes
Yeah.
through customer reviews, dives into social media posts, all those passionate rants and raves we post online. All of that gets analyzed to understand how we, as consumers, feel about a certain brand or product.
So it's like brands can tap into our collective consciousness, or at least like all our digital emotions. That's kind of wild and a little bit intimidating if I'm being honest. But how does this actually become content?
This is where Gen AI really shines. Imagine you have a whole team of super creative writers, designers, video editors, all working 24/7, churning out amazing content perfectly tailored to different audiences.
Okay, now I just want to ask my robot boss for a raise. Seriously though, how does that even work?
All right, so let's say you have to create a product description, right? A new line of workout clothes, for example. You feed Gen AI some basic info, like what the product is, who you're targeting, what kind of vibe you're going for, and boom. Minutes later, you've got multiple options for awesome product descriptions, all SEO optimized and ready to grab the attention of all the fitness fanatics out there.
So Gen AI is like this master copywriter, but it can also whip up visuals and even videos. Now that's impressive.
And it doesn't stop there. It's not just about making the content. It's about getting that content to the right people at the right time. That's where campaign management comes in. And you guessed it, Gen AI is shaking things up there too.
Campaign management, the two words that strike fear and maybe a little boredom into the hearts of every marketer out there. But hey, if Gen AI can handle my to-do list, I am all ears.
Get ready for campaigns that practically run themselves. One of the most exciting things is audience segmentation and targeting. Remember all that data we talked about? Well, Gen AI uses it to find these micro segments within your target audience.
Microsegments. So we're talking like really niche interests and behaviors.
You got it. So instead of just going after, I don't know, women 25 to 34, you can target women 25 to 34 who love hiking, drink craft beer, and are obsessed with true crime podcasts.
Okay, that is weirdly specific and scarily accurate. It's starting to get how powerful this could be.
And with Gen AI, it's not just about finding those segments. It's about building these super targeted campaigns that really resonate with each group. Like, imagine showing those hiking, beer-loving, true crime podcast fans an ad with this rugged backpack, perfect for their favorite local brew on their next adventure. That's Gen AI-driven segmentation.
Okay, now you're talking. That's the kind of ad that would actually make me stop scrolling. But what about when a campaign just tanks? Can Gen AI, like, course correct on the fly? Or do we still need a human to hit the panic button?
This is where things get really wild with what's called dynamic campaign adjustment. GenAI doesn't just set it and forget it, it's constantly checking on how the campaign is doing in real time. So if an ad isn't working for a certain group, GenAI can automatically adjust to its targeting, tweak the words a bit, even move the budget to something else that's performing better. It's like having a 204/7 marketing team constantly making sure your campaign is as good as it can be.
That sounds almost too good to be true. It's like having a magic 8 ball telling you exactly what's going to work before you spend anything.
It's not magic, it's data, making smart decisions based on all that data. And speaking of data, how do we even know these Gene AI campaigns are working? Well, that's where performance measurement comes in.
The performance measurement. Okay, this is where we figure out if all this AI stuff actually gets results. But honestly, who has time to sit around analyzing spreadsheets all day?
Tell me about it. But imagine this. You get a quick update every day, maybe even like a cool infographic that tells you exactly which campaigns are killing it, which groups of people are really responding, and even get this predicts your ROI for the whole month. That's what GenAI is bringing to performance measurement.
Wait, did you just say predict ROI? That sounds a lot like that magic 8 ball we were talking about.
It's all about finding the connections in the data, the patterns that we might miss. GenAI looks at all the past data, like old campaigns, how the market's been doing, even things like what time of year it is, and it can actually predict what your ROI is going to be crazy accurately. This means you can be way smarter about your budget, putting money into the stuff that works and ditching the stuff that doesn't.
Now that is what I like to hear. No more just throwing things out there and hoping for the best. This is getting seriously strategic.
Totally.
Huh.
And we haven't even talked about attribution modeling yet, figuring out which marketing efforts actually lead to someone buying something. It's so complicated. But GenAI makes it way easier. Imagine being able to see that someone clicked on your ad on social media, then they checked out your website a couple of times, and then finally they buy something after you send them a personalized email. GenAI connects all those dots so you can see exactly what's working.
It's like having a whole team of detectives on the case. That is incredibly valuable.
It all boils down to this. GenAI lets marketers work smarter, not harder.
This article by Nishith Srivastava has been a real eye-opener. It's amazing how much GenAI is changing the game. Personalized experiences, content creation without lifting a finger, campaigns that practically run themselves, and performance measurement that's smarter than ever. It's mind-blowing.
It's an awesome time to be in marketing. And as GenAI keeps evolving, who knows what we'll be able to do.
And that's something to think about. How do you see generative AI shaping your future,
Yeah.
your career, your whole industry? It's a question worth pondering. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We'll see you next time.